$200,000 car, front tires were bald, out of alignment, no coolant in the car. Found out there was hail damage on it. TPMS air sensors.
By the time we got home from North Carolina, there was cords coming out of the tire. There's like 2 inches of water. Goldfish could have lived in the front seat of this truck. My front floorboards are full of water.
Welcome back to another episode of Getting Real with Matt and Anthony. We're actually being more consistent with our episodes right now. But it's also fucking 20 degrees outside and snowing and raining, and then...
It's calmed down a little bit. We've been rushing around to get here, do this, and everything else.
Okay, so you know what I'm really sick and tired of? So a buddy of mine, a colleague in the industry, his name's Mikey Taylor. He's out in California. Does basically the same thing we do, but he only invests in California. Can't figure out why, but it works for him, so whatever. But anyways, he had this guy on his podcast. And they did a podcast episode, and he was talking, and he was saying, you can fake the Lambo game, but you can't fake the boat game. And he's like, $0 down, $4,500 a month, you can get yourself a brand new Lambo, right? But you can't get any boat loans. Almost all the boats are paid for in cash. And I'm like, dude, you are so full of shit. It's ridiculous. One, you can absolutely get a boat loan, and most boat loans are 20 to 30 years. First of all. Second of all, you cannot buy a Lambo. I don't care where you go. And I confirmed this with multiple dealers that I buy all my cars from. And even Steve from Vegas Auto Gallery commented because I tagged him. You cannot buy a Lambo with $0 down, no matter what you do. I don't care if you lease it. You still got to have, you still got to put money down.
Like $60,000 down. I
would say 95% of people were, you're absolutely right, blah, blah, blah. And there's two different people that wanted to argue with. I'm just going to, let's get it right from the goat's mouth, right? Let's get it from the dealer's mouth. So I tagged Steve in Vegas Auto Gallery because, I bought a ton of cars from them. And he responds, he's like, not a chance in hell. Because if you're $150,000 or over, it doesn't matter what your credit is, and it doesn't matter if you're doing a long-term lender for like up to 144 months, because they will require at least 20% down every single time. These so-called gurus or influencers, guys, be really fucking careful who you're listening to, because they are full of shit. And they don't know what they're talking about, but they present themselves like they know what they're talking about. So two different instances there in the same topic. He was spewing bullshit, talking about how you can...
Well, he was talking like, he was pulling up like mega boats that are like 20, 30, 40 million dollars. And then how much
he's talking about like a freaking like, a 70-foot Sunseeker or something like that. I mean, that's $1 million.
He's like, it's $38,000 a month to operate.
Right. It doesn't cost $35,000 a month to operate a 70-foot Sunseeker. I'm sorry, guys.
It does not. Even if you were on it 24/7.
It does not. It's social media. I get it. But it's just getting so bad. And there's these people that represent themselves as experts. And all they do is spew fucking nonsense and bullshit. Now, made sure people understood this. There's boat loans out there left and right. In fact, one of my 2 boats that I own, I have a boat loan on. That's how I fucking know. The other one I pay cash for. You can get them just like you can get motorcycle loans, but they're considered luxury items. Therefore, they're going to be more strict in their underwriting, and you're going to have to put more money down because it's a luxury item. It's not a necessity. But you can absolutely get a boat loan, and you can get them for 20 to 30 years, just like a mortgage. And on top of it, let's take it to the flip side, right? Let's just say, all right, you know what? Yes, let's say that we did find a dealer out there that will underwrite someone and give them a loan on a Lambo with $0 down and whatever it is, right?
It's a 2007 Gallardo.
Well, no, yeah, but that's under $150,000, right? I'm talking about like
a new one.
A new one, right? Like a hypothetical. Okay, so to qualify, that person's going to have to be making a ton of fucking money, right? And their credit's going to have to be fucking like spotless, right? So how is that faking it? It's not faking it. You're just using someone else's money to buy the car. You still have to have a shit ton of money. You still have to be making fucking bank. It's not faking anything. It's just utilizing someone else's money. And so here's the thing that boggles my mind is because this guy that was talking all this nonsense and this bullshit is in real estate too. And he constantly talks about using other people's money to build your wealth. Yes, it's a depreciating asset, but you're still using someone else's money to do it. Why the fuck wouldn't you do it?
So hypothetically, if you had zero finance.
Without interest.
Zero. You're $5,000 a month, but they're not going to take a risk on that on 300 Gs because they can't take the hit on that.
No, again, exactly.
That's why the money down, if you default and they repo the car, they're still in the...
Well, not only that, why in the hell, even if you could do it, and this is what boggles my mind, and if you have enough money to buy one of those cars, then you should know better than to do this. Why would you want to buy something like that with no money down anyways? It's a depreciating asset. You got to protect your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you need to get out of it, you can get out of it.
Come to the table up front with that money. So when you sell it, you don't have
that's like that thing when I was saying that dude was trying to unload that SF90.
Right.
For a Corvette, for a new C8. No offense. Sorry if you have.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. If you have one, you're stupid. Or you can't afford a real exotic, and you
But
think
that was funny. The
because
dude
that's an
was
exotic.
200,000 upside down.
It was more than that because I think he bought it. He had a loaner for $790 or something like that on it, and the guy was like, "I'm in the mid fours for that car, man."
Not even. And he's like, "And you want to trade it for what?" It's like,
Your C8.
that blue C8 that you guys have. Like, well, we want 120 for that.
I did call the SF90 crash last year. Yep, Ferrari.
Dollars during COVID.
Ferrari's
$1 million.
Yeah, and they're
Now
you can
they're
get them for under. You
400,000
can get them
right now.
for under 5 now. They've lost more than 50% of what, and people are so upside down on those. It's fucking ridiculous.
Dude, I just saw this morning that Ferrari, the F car.
Yeah. The replacement for the LaFerrari.
Yeah. They made $799 of $4 million price tag.
But here's why they're all sold out, and this is why Ferrari does it this way. You can't buy a brand new Ferrari off the showroom or from a dealer unless you have if you've had previous models that you have bought pre-owned and can prove your ownership. Right. And that's why they do that, so that when they come out with these hypercar models, they know who their buyers are before they even come out.
They were sold.
They knew they were sold out because the only people that can buy those cars are people that have owned the LaFerrari,
F50,
the F50s, the F40s,
Enzos.
the Enzos. Exactly.
They still have them.
Right?
And that's what they're
and they know that those people are the buyers for these hypercar models, and so they're sold before they even start production on them because they know who their buyers are. They're smart that way. Lamborghini doesn't do it that way. You can go buy a brand new Lambo off the showroom floor and never have owned anything before.
Dude, Ferrari, they sue their
if you do any aftermarket mods to them or anything like that,
paint them or do anything or post it in a video
but they control their brand really, really tightly that way. And so they sell their cars out this way. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the difference between them and Lambo. I mean, look at the Revuelto, right? SVJ is going for more money now than a brand new Revuelto still. It's crazy. Now the SVJ prices are coming down to be more realistic. I mean, they were going for over $1 million too.
For a $500,000 sticker on a new car.
Right. But Revueltos right now are selling secondhand or even new off the showroom for $790,000, $800,000. Yeah, so they're going for a sticker. But here's the thing. People that were paying over sticker for those things, it's stupid. It's not a limited production car. It's the first gen model of that car. It's not even the Spider version. But yeah, people overpaying for it. It just doesn't make any sense. And it's a fucking hybrid.
It had some momentum for a little bit, the electric thing.
I think you're starting to see the truths come out about the electric cars, right? Range. They have no fucking range at all.
Terrible.
You can't tow with them. If you tow with them, it drops the range by
half.
By 75%,
if
50
more.
to 75%. The damage on the environment to mine the lithium needed for the batteries on these cars does more damage to the environment than
research, people.
Right, than an internal combustion engine.
And then the best is when they catch on fire and
they just
can't put them out.
They can't put them out. Like the Cybertruck, people are getting stuck in those because everything's electronic in those. And if that one that caught on fire, people that burned in it, they couldn't get out because it caught on fire and all the electrical stuff got burned through and they had no emergency release. Or if there was an emergency release, they didn't know how to do it. I would think that they would have to build one into the car for safety standards, but clearly they didn't know how to do it.
Gloom and doom in the Berg.
And I swear as I get older, the seasonal depression just gets worse and worse.
A lot going on.
Which is good. I mean, we have a ton going on, but you go from frozen ground to an absolute slop hole on some of our construction sites, within 24 hours. It was freaking miserable. And then people can't even work outside because it's either so cold or so windy, or now it's been raining for 3 fucking days nonstop. The sun's actually out today, but then it's going to be 58 today and then it's going to be down in the 30s tomorrow.
No, I think it's...
is it less than 30?
I'm almost positive. Hold on. I think it's like 12.
I know. I'm painting a great picture for Pittsburgh. Don't you all want to come live here?
Tomorrow we're good still. 41.
Okay.
But rain all day.
All right. Well,
and then you're right.
I feel like we went from Thanksgiving to Christmas in 0.2 seconds.
Like 3 days.
It was like, what the hell just happened? Off the Christmas subject for a minute, back to the PA stuff. I will say our spring, summer, and fall we have here are freaking, it's amazing. We have really nice springs, summers, and falls here.
I don't think we have spring and fall.
Well, it does kind of seem to go right from winter to summer.
I feel like we're in winter now, and then it's going to be 25 degrees. And then one morning we're going to wake up and walk outside and it's going to be 77.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then here we are.
We didn't have much of a fall this year at all. No. It went right from, we had an Indian summer, no doubt, and I went right into
September, winter. October, and then it was like 80, and then the next
2 days
day
later,
it was like
20 degrees.
Like, I had to scrape my windshield this morning. Listen, we don't have no natural disasters. We don't have hurricanes. We don't have none of that shit. Avalanches, earthquakes. Yeah. We might have the fewest days of sunlight, but 99% of the time, we're not going to lose our house.
We're the
Dude,
second coming of Seattle when it comes to the number of days of sunlight. It's so bad. But we had this summer was. I mean, we had some good. We had a decent amount of boat days.
Seattle has the highest suicide rate in the country.
Well, I
Did you
believe
know
that. Who the hell would want? I don't know who would want to live in Seattle. Never mind the weather. It's so just peel them off.
Trump should build the border wall.
Yeah, to the
We should
east.
start it on,
Run it up,
butt it up to California, run it all the way up the coast.
Yeah, run it up between Nevada and California and just go straight up. Peel California, Oregon, and Washington off.
All today.
Leave it to Mexico.
Yeah.
Gift them to Mexico.
Yeah, let them.
Or Canada.
Canada got in the boot.
Oh, he's gone soon. Worst freaking prime minister in. I don't follow Canada a whole
No.
lot, but I had some colleagues that are in real estate up there, and they're just like, he cannot. Their finance minister, I guess, just resigned. Trudeau is the walking epitome of a beta. I mean, the guy couldn't lead himself out of a wet paper bag, much less a country. Look, guys, this life is great. Being in business for yourself, building up a company that you own, or that you head is phenomenal, but it also has its downfalls. We are constant. I mean, we're
Stressed.
Exhausted. We're stressed.
Every
And we
day.
should be. I mean, that's what comes with building something like this. You know, you should be tired. You should be stressed. That's just part of what we tackle when we decide
Listen,
to
it's
do
what
this.
we signed up for.
Yeah, it is what we
And we're
signed
not
up for.
bitching about it.
No.
We only complain to each other.
But the reason we're talking about it is because people only see the one side of things, right? They don't see what we've gone through to get to here, or what we go through on a day-to-day basis, right?
The fires
the fires we're constantly putting out, the stress that we're constantly handling, you know, the
Chasing this, doing that.
people that we constantly have to chase, the follow-ups that we have to constantly do. We've been waiting for the gas company on one job to install the gas meter for a month now. And that's all they got to do, literally come out and put and connect it to the gas line. The gas line's already hooked up.
The gas is flowing. We have gas.
But I mean, these are stupid little things that, you know, that you shouldn't have to deal with that you do. And so it's exhausting sometimes.
And the problem is, though, you're stuck because there's no other option.
Well,
you
no.
have
Yeah,
Peoples or
You have one gas
Columbia.
company. Yeah. I mean, we've let it get to this point as society, so we only have us to blame. Monopolies are supposed to be illegal. But literally, these utility companies have a monopoly on people that live in their area. It's mind-blowing.
Same with cable.
Cable, electrical, gas. Like, when does this change?
Water.
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 Don't even get me started on water. Like, when do people finally say, you know what? Enough's enough. I'm done being extorted. I'm done being gouged. I'm done with all this. But I don't think you can at this point because these companies they've taken everything over. They own it.
If you're a young person and you're watching, if I could tell you one thing from what we're talking about with these three things, go to a trade school and be a plumber, be an electrician, be an HVAC. One, because no one in your generation wants to fucking work.
It's the next boom, industry boom, because they're dying trades.
Yep, it's not a scam. Everybody needs water, everybody needs power, and everybody needs electric and gas.
And we're not saying that you need to be the person doing the work for your whole life. You can build a company around it.
You're going to have to
And
start. You're going to have to be in the trenches to get out of the gate.
Yeah, but you're going to have to start at the bottom and work your way up. But there is so much opportunity there because so many companies, A, either suck at it, B, are too small to handle the volume of work that's out there because they are dying trades. It just takes forever to get anything done with people that do a good job anymore because they're so backlogged with work because there's only a handful of them.
Your furnaces are always going to break. They're always going to need fixed. You're always going to have plumbing issues. You're always going to have something. Like, don't caught up in this stupid, I'm going to be a YouTube star, or I'm going to be this, or I'm going to be that. Trades built this country. Trades have built every country. There would be no building. There would be the building you're sitting in, the house that you live in, the place you go to work, the fucking gas station that you go to go in the morning and get your fucking snacks. Somebody built that. Yep. Somebody ran the power. Somebody ran the electric. Like,
somebody framed it up.
Yes,
Yep.
there's no...
So when you put the roof on.
Yeah. Like, people take all that shit for granted and they don't like step back and like look at the big picture. Like, it's blue collar people and trades that.
You know, it's funny because to elaborate a little bit on that, I grew up here in Western Pennsylvania. I grew up on a 60-acre horse farm. I am and was and always will be a country boy. Like, I grew up literally from the time I was 8, 9 years old, baling hay in the middle of summer, stacking hay in the barn, you know, when we were done with that, cleaning out horse stalls, chasing horses down at 2 a.m. in the middle of winter because they got out of the pasture, you know, putting fencing up. Like, that was my upbringing. Give me that upbringing all day long. Like, I wish my kids could have been brought up in that because I think that type of upbringing teaches a really good work ethic, which is why I've been able to build what I've built now, is because I had that instilled in me at such an early age. Now I'm instilling it, and my ex-wife is instilling it in our kids the same way, but a lot of people don't. You take a lot of these people, like, they want to be social media stars. That's great. Do your thing. But like, look at TikTok. As of what, the 15th or the 19th of January or whatever it is, TikTok supposedly is being banned. You have all these people that make their income off of TikTok. They're going to be fucked. And honestly, I don't care because I think TikTok out of all of them is probably one of the worst apps that there is. But like, they have no contingency plan. But overnight, those people that have the biggest TikTok following and the rest of their social media isn't up to par and they haven't figured it out yet, they're gonna be fucked. I hate to bring up politics again, but they're using it as a way to collect and spy on data. The government basically was like, either you sell, we'll allow it to go, keep going in this country, or we're banning it. They've appealed it, and TikTok's appealed it, and they haven't won. So, see, as of right now, sometime in the middle of January, it's supposed to be banned and no longer be able to be used here. But you brought it up about social media and being social media, influencer and generating income, and that's great. You know what? There's a lot of people out there that made a ton of money off of YouTube and Instagram or whatever. You know what? Good on you. Happy for you. But at some point, you're gonna have to be contributing to society to be able to make an income, and instead of just doing stupid stunts on video and posting it online for people to watch and make. I mean, look at the Pauls, for Christ's sake. Jake Paul and I mean, they built their fortune up.
But we did have that growing up. It was a movie. Yes.
Oh, Jackass. Yeah. Yeah, I guess people get off watching people do stupid fucking shit.
Up. Dude,
yeah, I guess that's a good point. I mean, I never really watched any of that shit.
Yeah, but I never thought, okay, I'm going to ride this skateboard down this hill fucking 80 mile an hour and then see if I can, whatever I mean, dude, some of the shit they did was.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny some of it was fucking funny.
I'm not going to lie. One of the funniest things ever was first Jackass. They rented that white, I'll never forget, the white 4-door Escort, and they entered it in a demolition derby.
Oh, I do remember that.
And they took it back to the rental car place, and there's a blow up on the front seat, and he told the guy, he goes, hit a dog? It's like the car's totaled. I guess it's evolved to what it is now. I'm glad we grew up when we did. I'm glad we did these phones. I'm glad we were outside doing what we were doing, playing, having fun, talking to people. I mean, dude, you could literally operate your whole life and not leave your house. Yeah. You could have a job, work from home. You could date online and not have to leave your house.
Yep.
You can have you can have food groceries delivered to your house now. Like, you could literally never leave your house and basically function.
I don't know, man. With society the way it is nowadays, it doesn't sound all that bad to me.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, us being able to go out and talk and interact with us, people back in the day, has built us to be able to do what we do today.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, you can't
These kids have no people skills.
No, you can't
build. They can't even fucking have a conversation.
No, you can't build the businesses that we've built without being out there networking. I mean, still, it's not that we enjoy it all the time. It's one of the things that I just dislike the most, I'm going to be 100% honest, is network. I don't enjoy doing it. I don't have the patience to do it anymore. But you have to suck up. Building a business that's successful isn't about doing things that are fun. It's about doing things that are necessary and required.
Or you're fucked, honestly.
Yep. Tell me about your truck. Let's lay the story out. So Anthony went and bought a new truck.
A new daily. I call him yesterday. I get home from work and I go to get in.
It was raining nonstop all day.
It's been raining for the last 2 days. And I go to get in it to go to the gym, and I call him, and I get in there, and the WeatherTech floor mats on the passenger and driver's seat, there's like 2 inches of water on both sides. Like, literally fucking a goldfish could have lived in the front seat of this truck or on the floor of it. My front floorboards are full of water in my new truck. So then I was late this morning because I dropped it off because they said they think that the sunroof or the moon roof drains,
the waters
that come down. He said that they think that maybe they're clogged in the A-pillars coming down. I don't know, dude. It's like the last 2 vehicles we bought. We get in your car to leave. we get in yours to leave North Carolina and drive home. We make it literally 50 feet down the road, and the fucking every light on the dashboard basically comes on. We're like, what do we do?
Worst vehicle purchasing. I bought a lot of cars in the last year and a half. Worst purchase experience.
Did you get your key yet?
No.
You did get your glass.
I did get my glass. I still haven't gotten my Pennsylvania registration yet.
I was just gonna ask you, did you get that? I'd be like me and run them dealer plates.
He sent me another temporary, though, because I texted him. I said, hey, where's my registration and plate at? He's like, Formula Imports in Charlotte, North Carolina. Do not buy a car from them. $200,000 car. Front tires were bald, out of alignment, no coolant in the car. Found out there was hail damage on it. TPMS air sensors.
By the time we got home from North Carolina, there was cords coming out of the tire.
So literally, I buy this $200,000 car, guys, and the next week after I get it home, I had to spend another $5,000 replacing the tires, getting it aligned, fixing the hail damage on it. And mind you, I got one key with this fucking car too.
The other one's in the mail.
In the mail, right? If a dealer tells you it's in the mail, they've never fucking.
So basically, they swiped the codes out of the car before we got there.
Yeah,
we were in a hurry. He already had the paperwork done. He walked in, signed his name 3 times, got in a car because we had drove 9 hours a 30-foot U-Haul the night before, unloaded it all for everyone in Nashville, and then literally went to sleep, got up.
We're on the road for 2 minutes, and ding! ding, fucking codes start
dude.
popping.
We were on the fucking
30 seconds.
It was
maybe.
literally like we were not even a quarter of a mile down the road.
No.
And I'm like, what do we do? And you're like, fuck it, pipe it home.
And I've given them plenty of opportunity to try to fix the situation, rectify the situation. They keep using the excuse, well, it passed North Carolina State inspection.
Pretty much our fault too, because we didn't look at anything. But we were like
We
zombies.
we were zombies, and we need to get on the road. And at that point, but they could have offered to split the tires with me, you know, or
Those tires would not pass
pay for
any
the
state
alignment.
inspection.
There's no way it would have passed inspection.
Dude, the cords were sticking out of it when we got home.
When
We
we
had to
got
take
home.
it straight to Chad's. Literally.
Yeah.
Been
So
an
stay
event.
away from Formula Imports.
Yeah, it's been an adventure.
They've had their opportunity to fix the situation. I haven't posted a review for them yet, and I typically don't do that type of stuff. But they've had plenty of opportunity to try to help rectify the situation that they caused, and they haven't. So at this point, the way people do things nowadays, they will do anything and everything they can to try to make a buck and try to pass things off. And then once it's done, they wipe their hands and say, "Oh, too bad, sorry, too bad." And I buy a lot of cars, guys. It's my one vice that I really have, and they could have gotten a lot more purchases from me in the future, and they won't ever get another purchase from me or anyone that I know. So it's funny because I text my buddy out of Vegas Auto Gallery, who's where I buy most of my high-end stuff from. And he's like, did they offer to fix it or offer to rectify the situation for you some way? I'm like, nope, they didn't offer a damn thing. I'm still waiting. Again, I'm still waiting for my registration, my plate, and my spare key. Like Vegas Auto Gallery, right? They will go above and beyond. And, you know, like the last car I bought from them, shipping was delayed. And I shipped my stuff all enclosed, right? They refunded me the full shipping cost. They didn't even have to, because that was stuff that was out of their control. It wasn't even the shipping company that refunded me. It was the dealership that refunded me.
Stupid.
Well, right. They know
That's
how much
good
money
business.
I spend. Right. So, okay, they're going to send me back $2,800 because they know they're going to get how much.
Dude, that's like us redoing someone's entire house, and we walk out we're walking out, and someone says, "Could you adjust the door for me?" And I say, "No."
Right.
Yeah, we
It's
can
just-
adjust another door.
You're cutting off your nose to spite your face, because in the long run, had they put two new tires on that, had they actually done the alignment like they should have, I texted him that the coolant level was low and I had to put coolant. He's like, well, we had it through our shop. We drained and replaced all the fluids and this and that. I'm like, not only are you lying about what you did, I know for a fact you didn't do it because
Right.
the coolant level was low. If you actually ran it through your shop and actually did what you're supposed to do on that and did top off all the fluids, my coolant level wouldn't have been low.
Still
It's not leaking coolant because it hasn't come on it since.
Still, it was worth. It just bullshit.
I
it was
like
just
the-
bullshit.
it
I
was-
mean,
yeah, it's just
and, you
it's
know,
bad that's
shit.
how people operate their business model. You know, and typically I won't put anyone on blast like that, like a business, but you know, again, they had their opportunity to fix it and they
You still
didn't,
don't
and they
have the
kept making
registration.
excuses. So sorry, do not buy from them.
No.
Anyways,
Go get on your conference.
yeah,
call,
I gotta go take this conference call. At
Run over the
10:45.
house and clean the road. All right.
All right, guys, till next time.